Wow, that's a promising of an opening as anything else I've had. God damn it! Welcome to another stream. Good in silence, playing games poorly.
It's always good to start off with an expletive, in my opinion.
Tonight we also got our friend Moki joining us in Discord. Moki,
Hello.
yep, I don't think you played Diablo 3, but
I
you're
know
more than-
Diablo 3, so don't worry about it.
Okay.
How long ago did you play it, I guess, is now my question, because they made a certain amount of change, because, like, I day one this game, and I kept going for a while, then I stopped, and then all of a sudden when I came back, it's like, oh yeah, no, they've added this, like, I stopped playing before season, so that was one of those things where
No,
it's like,
for me it was more like my friend called me, hey, I'm stuck there, I'm stuck here. Would you mind come over and have a look? Nah,
It's basically what
okay,
Bruta
it's
did to
fine.
me in Stardew Valley. Like,
it's a great game.
But yeah, usually when I was stuck at some point in some game, he helped me out and I helped him out. So.
That's good. No, like I said, I straight up day one this, so I'm one of the people who have massive complaints because it took them like a week before you could play more than an hour at a play session. So, how is it that a company whose entire basis is you know, internet games, because you have StarCraft, you have WoW, you have Diablo, all these are pretty, you know, server-based games. Well, that too.
Grinding.
But they're server-based games, and seriously, like that first week, it would take you like 20 minutes to even sign on. Then it would take you, or then you might be able to play for like an hour, then you get disconnected. And she's like, you useless people, come on. While I'm playing their game.
How can you be so terrible at programming games, goddammit?
Understandable.
I mean, to be fair, the game is just fine. It's the servers that suck.
Yes, I know the problem at the moment on one of the games I want to play as well.
Which
They
one?
banned one person and this one person just fucks over all the server and DDoS them and breaks the server all the time. Which is fucking hilarious and annoying at the same time.
I'm good to get started when you are. Ah, pissing off gamers is usually not a good idea.
They will create Smurf accounts to review bomb your game just because.
They're bored.
Exactly.
Hey, I didn't die this time.
Yay, Buddha didn't die.
Hey, I usually get cheated like death throw, but he gets off one more attack, then all of a sudden dead. It's like, oh, you cheating game.
Ruh-roh.
I am returning to town.
I somehow missed Buddha crying about everything.
I could still cry about everything.
Yeah, but he hasn't listened to it for a while now.
Yeah.
Yes.
It gives him some sort of warm and fuzzy feeling listening to me cry. I hate you too.
I need to go back.
So unfair! So unfair.
I mean, how many times did he cry in Monster Hunter? I can't even count
couple
it. Even if I
dozen
wanted
minimum.
to.
I still maintain I got shafted quite a bit, but what am I gonna do? Complain to the creators? Stop making me look like a douche. Let me play good.
Why is hard game hard?
I reject your get good scrub argument also. I'm just glad I'm not as bad as that, I think it was an IGN reviewer for Cuphead. Oh dear God, that guy, like he didn't understand, what was it, like double jump and air dash? He was stuck in the tutorial for a good, like 5-10 minutes and just like, And you're a game review person? That's terrifying.
This goes to show you don't need any credentials at all to write for a game magazine.
Yes. They usually just spend 20 minutes in the game or 15 minutes in the game and then just
Write
be
some
done
bullshit.
with it. Yeah.
So dumb. So dumb.
Oh, I guess we can try out an Echoing Nightmare. I got my new Echoing Nightmare build to try out.
Alright, I'll stick with the Yangs. You do the Marauder build. That was actually one of the things I was doing earlier, is putting on the 125 gems so I can get that extra dexterity bump. Actual dexterity, not, you know, intelligence, because that's smart.
Well, you know, I like my intelligence. My intelligence is important to me as a dexterity-based character.
Mm-hmm.
Depends on the class, I would just say.
Well,
Yeah,
he's a demon hunter, and he gave himself intelligence instead of dexterity, so, you know, he was being super smart at the time.
In my defense, I have a Necro, which is intelligence-based.
There's a perfectly good reason why I was so dumb.
Perfectly valid.
I mean, I've seen so much stuff, I don't even wonder anymore about so much.
Alright, you want to sacrifice a Petrified Scream, or am I?
Oh, I thought you said you were gonna do it. I only have one left. Do you have
Go
more
on,
than one?
Onyx.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
And then you do it. I want to keep my
Fine.
one.
I'll
It's
sponsor.
precious. It's
Working
kind of like
slave.
it's kind of like a Scrooge McDuck's first dime type thing. I want to keep my first one. Well, one at least.
That's more like, go on, work. Work for me, slave.
Damn
Do
straight.
it.
But I try to be nice about it. He's a
he
slave that I try to go, oh yeah. I mean, it's always good to have a rich friend is all I'm trying to say. They buy stuff and it's just like, oh my goodness, you're so nice. I feel backlash in my future already.
Probably.
Damn rich people. Pay your fair share!
They never will.
Yes, we do.
No. Because you can't tax anything that's just flowing around all the time and never stops anywhere.
What are you talking about? It gets taxed all the time. That's part of the problem. That's straight up like some Bernie Sanders shit's right there where it's like, well, when you buy and sell, we should tax more. Then people buy and sell, what are they called? Buy stocks and bonds less because if they get taxed so much for every, I died. I'm gonna die. And I succeeded. Good job for me.
I mean, at least you're good at something.
Yeah, I'm achieving my goals of dying.
See?
Yeah, Buddha died.
It just matters on what side on the coin you're looking at.
Well, it's like you were saying earlier, you know, work for me, slave, and now he's gonna get me, hopefully, a level 125 gem, in which case, bam! I mean, let's see how I lose at this point.
If I get taxed into oblivion and I can't give you a level 25 gem, or 125 gem,
Hey, I'm not the one talking about increasing that taxation here. Actually, that's one of those fun little tidbits, too, where it's like, actually, if you look at it when it comes to income tax, the wealthy pay some like 80% of the taxes, and it's like, oh, well, they should pay more. No, I'm a right-leaning libertarian, so down with
Don't
taxes.
worry about it.
Ew! Bad rich person. Bad. Level 20, 121? I will spit on you. Another ballista.
Some new things for you to take a look at.
You're too slow.
Yeah, well, yeah. Slow was the
Woo!
problem.
Romaldi's cube.
Alright, I gotta take a leak. I'll be right back.
He's slow at that too.
I mean, he maybe has still his quality somewhere hidden inside.
I mean, that's just a rumor. I don't know how much stock I'd put into it. Don't care about you. Don't care about you. Don't care about you. Don't care about you. Kinda care. Don't care about you. I haven't cubed one of you yet. Yeah, I actually got pretty hardcore into this game when it first came out. Like my very first character on this game, I have over 300 hours in.
Huge. I only hear rookie numbers from you. It doesn't matter which game, I only hear rookie numbers all the time.
Yeah.
Buddha, you have to start ramping up those numbers.
What's Buddha
No,
doing wrong now?
I'm not playing enough apparently. No, the two games I think me and Sonics have the most amount of time in is Civilization 5 and
Everything
Factorio.
under 1k hours isn't even worth mentioning.
Hey, I'm saying that's with one character. I got in this game in total, I'm probably over 700 hours spread over
Ooh,
multiple
still
years.
under a k. Get good scrub.
Seriously? I think the only game that we have something like 1,000 hours in would be
I can call out more than one game.
well, the two games I can say is going to be, well, actually one of them is Chrono Trigger. Best RPG of all time. Must play. But
If
Chrono
you like
Trigger,
RPG.
oh, I'm huge into RPGs. That's probably the game I have the literal most amount of time in because yeah, I could probably say I've spent over 1,000 hours playing that game.
Such a brave soul.
I don't know if, well, StarCraft. I think between StarCraft 1 and StarCraft 2, I might be over a K now. But obviously,
StarCraft 1 is a game in its own, and StarCraft 2 is a game in its own.
well, I'm saying separately. I've probably played 1,000 hours of StarCraft 1 and 1,000 hours of StarCraft 2. By no means good at it, but I've spent over 1,000 hours in those games.
Yeah, we did a campaign race, me and Buddha, and I cock stomped his ass.
Actually, in StarCraft 1, the original, not Brood Wars, I think I won because I beat you when it came to the Terrans and I beat you when it came to the Zerg. I think you might have bypassed me on the Protoss because it's that one mission where you're taking on the goddamn Enclave. I always get wrecked on. That is my worst mission. And then StarCraft Brood Wars, he just straight up beat the shit out of me. I didn't even have a prayer.
All right, so I switched back to my
Yang.
UE. Yeah, you want to do another one?
We can. How many echoings do you have?
I got 3 more screams.
Oh, yeah. Fucking rich people. I want a refill. I'll wait till I die. Let's go. Here he is, just sitting on these benefits.
Oh yeah, I was waiting until we played.
Need more time. That was just a taste.
Stupid lightning on the ground.
Easy.
Need more time.
No, I honestly don't know. Yeah, I can't think of, because like the only other 2 games I've gotten really hardcore into, but even then I only got into hundreds of hours, was Mass Effect 1, I think Mass Effect 2, and Dishonored. Dishonored are all three of those games are games that I played, like, I was beating once a day for like a week.
Please, you failed. Need more time.
Sounds good.
Not ready yet.
Are you saving the conduit shine for a reason?
Yeah,
Okay, just want to make
it's
sure.
it's the best shrine.
I'm still waiting.
Around and around we go.
Feel my wrath. Need more time.
Hitting Condi.
Okay, I got a random question for you, Mookie. You died.
Yes.
At least I got
What
to
is it,
114.
Buddha?
So, have you ever heard the child's rhyme, Ring Around the Rosie?
Yes.
Does that exist in German? Or is that just...
There is similar stuff, but not exactly the same.
Okay. Because it's just one of those random things I was thinking about, because, like, it's actually kind of depressing when you know what the Ring Around the Rosies is all about. It's all about the Black Death, and it's just like, huh. I mean, obviously Germany's gonna have its own thing, but that was just one of those randoms where it's like,
Don't worry, Germany also experienced the Black Death, so...
well, everywhere experienced the Black Death. But it's the fact that they made a child's rhyme about a ring around the rosy, pocket full of posies, you know, to cover up the smell of the decay. Ashes, ashes, we all fall down. It's just, yeah, like I said, a random.
Just goes to prove that children are fucking terrible.
Children are the people who made that shit up.
Well, I mean, it could have very well been, you know, Rick and Morty style of macabre, but children started singing it and shit, you know, it's like, oh, that's some fucked up shit.
It's adorable! Tell your parents. I'm making a refill. No, that's... It was one of those things, but then again, you have, what were those brothers called? Brothers Grimm or whatever? Weren't they German?
Brothers Grimm.
A bunch
If I
of...
remember correct.
Yeah. Yeah, no, they made a bunch of those old stories, and it's funny how much they've tamed it down, because you have like the Pied Piper, and they've totally tamed that down when it comes to the at least Americanized version, where it's like, oh yeah, no, the guy removed all the rats. Yeah, and when they refused to pay him, they took all the children too.
Picture why someone would want that many
Germany
kids.
isn't as hard as reduced as you think. Germany has it a bit rough, and at least in the old versions.
It's too expensive.
Yeah.
Germany isn't as tame as America in some points.
Oh, I totally believe
Well, yeah,
in
I mean,
that.
there was that whole thing in the 1940s where Germany
Oh,
really
come on,
got
dude.
rambunctious.
No need to bring that up.
Okay, what about the one in the 20s?
That one
To
was
be
kind of
honest.
no one's fault. Well, it was the group of Serbians' fault, I believe.
I blame Franz Ferdinand.
Goddamn
If you
Frankfurt,
think
man.
about it, having so many countries and armies
Close
against
proximity.
one country just to stop one country is kind of ridiculous if you think about it.
It
It
just
is.
shows how terrifying the Germans are.
Aware we aren't anymore. I mean,
Yeah, that is
look
true.
Look at most of the people here.
I was gonna say Angela Merkel doesn't exactly inspire terror.
No, no.
She inspires fits of rage and depression, is what she
And
inspires.
stupidity. We're gonna go green, like in 4 years. Oh, now we have to pay more price for energy.
Didn't you know that building solar panels is fucking expensive?
Oh, of course, I think they did a bunch of wind too. Either way.
The birds, not the birds.
Actually, that was one of those random fascinating things when my brother was in Germany. He was talking about how, or not Germany, sorry, France. He was talking about how cold it was, And I was like, really? And he's like, yeah, you have to think it's on the same like longitudinal line as Maine. And I was like, wow, yeah, that is pretty far north actually.
I got 2 more, I guess, if you want to do another one.
I mean, I'm always down. Of course, at this point, I'm half sitting
Fucking
here thinking,
hell.
what'd you do?
Nah. First I did beat the 2v1 and after that I lost the 1v1. But I mean, I didn't had full health and was kind of occupied with other stuff at the same time, but the meh.
Got it.
Losing against the third person in a row is not my style.
Annoying.
Need more time.
Yeah, what's up, Bot? What are you up
especially
to
if you... Me?
Sorry, Bot.
No, Bot.
yeah.
That's another follower.
No, I was just saying hi to Bot. He's in chat right now.
Don't lie. You called the German a bot.
That is our friend Moki. We met him playing Monster Hunter
Monster
World.
Hunter.
Not ready yet.
Yep.
I've become
And
inevitable.
he's German and he's funny. Unlike the stereotype that implies that Germans aren't actually.
You ever watch South Park, Mookie?
Most Germans are kind of funny, but you have to take it not as serious as you think, and you have to live with a pretty dark humor, to be honest.
Well, we
yeah,
thrive
we're
on
down with
dark
dark
humor
humor.
around here.
That was just a taste.
Getting hell, that hurt. That hurt. Goddamn wallers.
It's really the only kind of humor.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't want to know how much dark humor is going around here.
Still waiting.
And I died at 109. I did worse. Now I'm actually really curious. Because right now I kind of have Family Guy in my head where it's like,
Nah, Family Guy is pretty humane, especially...
no. There's just one joke they were making fun of the Germans. It's like, Franz liked to suck his thumbs. They didn't want him to suck his thumbs, so they cut off his thumbs. Now he has no thumbs. Now he can't suck his thumbs. I mean, I don't know how accurate that is, but in a general sense, that's what's going through my mind right now.
Survive that.
I mean, Oki can get pretty angry, especially with Buddha.
Seriously, rage issues, my friend. Rage.
But I was pretty calm from my perspective. I don't know what you're talking about.
I was perfectly calm in my rage.
No, I wasn't going on full rage mode. So, like I said, I was pretty calm. Just a tiny bit.
I let my real personality, you know, just for
No. It was really not that bad. I've raged way more other times.
Same here.
Yeah, Buddha, where's Dishonored?
It's been a fucked up week. I'm sorry. It'll be back up on Thursday. Wait a minute. Wednesday. Wednesday is with the next time I'll stream it.
I don't know if I would trust that bot.
Stupid rich people. Shut up. No. Yeah, this week, because I picked up some extra shifts at work, and then I had issues with my goddamn phone. I hate cell phones. I hate cell phones.
Get good scrub.
You look like
Yeah, no, my cell phone is literally an an audiobook reader and a music player. So it's an iPod that happens to be able to make phone calls. And I got myself a new phone, and it's apparently turned out to be garbage, so I'm gonna have to be returning that soon. Blah 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 blah.
I hope you didn't buy an iPhone.
No, fuck Apple.
Fuck Apple. That's
I
right.
say that hardcore. Fuck Apple.
Steve Jobs can blow a big old jungly dick, is what.
Yep.
The one of the few people out of the American side that say that. I've heard so many people loving iPhone and whatnot, which I
Because they're all a
just
bunch
can't
of
call
pretentious
stupid.
bastards.
They're a bunch of mentally deficient human beings. There is
Yes.
a perfect word to describe them, but I'm not allowed to say it on Twitch.
I do hope they turn them all into human centipedes, though. That would be nice. That would make me feel warm and fuzzy. Sorry, another South Park reference.
Are we
Oh,
doing
no,
That was
you're
your
another
last
one?
allowed
one, right?
Oh, I got one more, but you're saving one. I want to save one. Unless you're gonna commit to me, Buddha, then we can do
Nope,
2 more.
let's go do some graders. I got 17 keys. How many do you have?
Let's see.
Well, that's the thing that
27.
kills me. Okay, you're good. That's one of the things that kills me is those the phones that they fucking make and sell are worth as much as computers, and it's like, why are you buying this?
And it has hardware out of 2011.
And then on top of that, the fact that they got caught with the whole, oh, what was it? Oh, that's right. I was supposed to come in here with my Impale. My apologies.
Planned obsolescence.
Yeah, planned obsolescence. That's what I was aiming for. So it's like, yeah, we're gonna make it to where after like 2 or 3 years of usage, it's gonna lose functionality. Not because it's breaking down, because we programmed it to lose functionality.
Yes,
Not ready yet.
that's why I stay with Android and don't go over to anything else than Android.
Yep.
Feel my wrath.
No, but it's quite funny. One of the times when I was at college, we were talking about Apple, and I just straight up, fuck Apple. No. Never, ever. Well, the only people I can understand spending money on Apple are visual graphics, from what I understand. Like, from what I understand,
Even
Apple...
then not.
Really? Because everything I've heard is when it comes to that stuff, Apple is actually better, but beyond that, it's
No,
garbage.
no, Android pulled up.
I've become stronger.
So, yeah.
Android took the bait and said, okay, you want the challenge? We take the challenge.
You want more?
And now it's beating Apple even in that category.
That's
So-
good to know.
Kind of funny.
I'm still
Starting a fight and then losing it. Even with many years more experience.
That's basically Apple's MO.
I was gonna say, resting on laurels. I mean, from what I understand, this is, I don't know, part of the mythology, I guess, is the only reason why Apple the only reason why Steve Jobs got rehired again
Dork.
is because Bill Gates actually helped him out. And totally fucked up now that since I forgot to switch to my Impale build.
I'm still waiting. Do you want more?
I miss my vault.
Need more time.
You don't need your vault.
It makes me feel faster.
All you really need is smoke screen.
Now the 1v1 happened again, but this time it was the other way around. Easy.
So, what are you playing anyways, Monkey?
I'm still waiting.
Aeon. I'm not gonna stream it for you if you want to look at it from time to time.
That's an MMO, right?
Yes,
Not ready yet.
but on a private server in that mode.
No.
Sounds like Bot might be an iPhone fan there.
Uh-oh.
The only thing I can say is the software functionality is a little bit smoother and easier to understand on iPhone. That's the only thing I can give to iPhone, to be honest.
Well, the only thing that comes to
Everything
mind for me
else
is the general interconnectivity. Like the
Yes.
fact that you can get your iPhone to connect to stuff, but outside of that, yeah. No, fuck iPhones. Especially
your
since
iPhone
they...
to connect to other Apple products.
Yeah, that's what I mean. The interconnectivity between other Apple products is a selling point. But yeah, no, I've sat there and I've talked to people, especially in college, where it's like, why do you use, Mac or laptop or whatnot? Oh, because you know it's good. No, it's not. You're either being
No.
pretentious or it's you've literally only used max. In which case, okay, fine. It's the poison you've chosen. Can't say too much about that. But from what I've experienced, most people just seem to be pretentious about it. I can afford a $2,000 computer that does nothing. But like I said, in that one college class, I was just known as the anti-Apple guy.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with being that,
Yeah.
to be honest.
Ah, God damn it, guys, spilling some blood shards.
Amulets are the
Come
most
on,
expensive.
game. Give me more keys.
No, not keys.
But
you
I
want?
want keys.
Legendaries.
No, I want keys.
Keys.
Yes, I want keys for my chest, which gives me a fuck ton of stuff I want.
Got it. So it looks like what Bob was talking about is more the Clinton conspiracy aspect, you know. Hate on them, you all of a sudden shoot yourself in the back of the head 4 times.
I mean,
Happens.
yeah, they straight
Yeah,
up. People
yeah.
shoot themselves in the back of the head all the time.
Ah, God damn it. I didn't spoil my blood shards.
Yeah, you just said that.
I said I didn't spend my blood shards. I came back, I got rid of most of my stuff that I picked up, but I forgot to spend the shards.
Buddha has a short memory.
Sure do. What'd you say?
Memory.
Bonus points for the 0.001% of people who get that reference, but you know, yeah. Memory.
Don't worry.
That's how I know I made a good joke, is when one person in the room laughs.
At least one laughs, and it's not your own.
That is true. If you're laughing at your own joke, you got issues.
Expensive.
Sometimes I crack myself up.
Sometimes if you hear your joke, if you hear the same joke because you have to tell them, you can still laugh your ass off, to be honest.
No, the one that I finally started getting, or finally started not getting bent about, is when I hear people, Sonics, stealing my jokes.
Oh, so a new emote got unlocked. Bot?
No.
It's that one. It got approved.
It was active like a couple of weeks ago, dude. Bot spammed it.
I love that emote.
Watch Overlord.
I knew it was new.
Not ready yet.
Dude is wrong a lot. He really is.
Whatever you say. I mean, questioning the person who's always right makes you feel better.
Now he's back for revenge, round 2. Fucking hell!
Apparently that guy's your kryptonite.
I'm still waiting.
No, it makes me think
Come on.
back too. Another game I've put way too much time into is the Assassin's Creed series. Shit. And there was this one guy in multiplayer, spanked the ever-living shit out of me. That guy was amazing. But yeah, no, that guy knew the game and knew the psychology well enough, and yeah, you have to learn the game.
I was winning, and then he puts a 360 and just says, fuck you, my class can fucking use one skill and gets back full health. It doesn't matter how low I am, I just be back to full in a second.
So he built to you.
I'm still waiting.
Like, he made a build for you specifically, it sounds like.
Well,
No,
his
it's
class.
just this skill which has like half an hour cooldown or something like that, if I remember correctly, or even 1 hour cooldown which he used just to win against me. Otherwise he would have lost the second time again.
I'm still waiting.
But he still
Fucking
waited.
pay-to-win players.
Well, you know, adapt yourself to your style. Do you have NEMs?
Not ready
No,
yet.
I do not.
Yeah.
Click
You
away.
now have power.
I mean, he still came back when I was dealing with other stuff again, so
I'm still waiting.
it's kind of stupid.
Yeah, it's September bot. I don't actually have any control over that.
Not ready yet.
No
it's
Sim
just-
September.
What, you don't want to gift a sub? You're not a real
No.
fan. You're not a real fan either. I think Mookie might be a hate follower. He just wants to be here to listen to me whine.
Not ready yet.
Yes. Which is quite funny.
Listen to Buddha cry like a little bitch. I'm doing the best I can.
I'm still waiting.
No, he's not. He's
And
phoning
you
it
still,
in.
and you still suck.
Ah, that is true.
Just
Oh.
like a 2-year-old which just learned how to walk.
It's kind of like I might actually be the impetus to the whole playing games poorly. Not that I started saying it, but because I play games poorly, you know. Yeah.
If you
Sounds gives
look
me a
up
bit of
the
a shout out.
if you look up the dictionary of what's called to be a poor and bad player, this stands the name of Buddha.
Yep. But at least I'm zen about it. That's the whole thing. It's like, ah, yes, I suck, but I'm good. I'm okay with
well,
this.
And he flips you off while he's playing games like shit.
Well, you know, I have to have some response.
Yes.
Wish I was better at games. Of course, actually, one of the things, like, I was talking to Zonix earlier. I mean, I kind of see it. I don't know if that's a hot dog in a blanket or a shit. But, or, sorry, it's some bot has on chat.
Accustomed to that.
Those are the psionics eyes, you dick.
Oh. Yeah, it's shit then. I was right. Don't question my accuracy. I got petrified scream.
Nice.
Son of a bitch.
Buddha's face was exploding for a second there.
Mm-hmm. Hey, I got Ingoem. Yeah, I'm gonna want that. Don't care.
Also,
don't
one
care.
harsh joke I heard in the last few days was there was a competition between the American, the British, and the Germans in shooting
Mhm.
at specific range, and the American wasn't the first. And the few American asked why we weren't first, because it didn't would be held in a fucking high school.
I mean, I don't think we're that limited on shooting first. You got high
I mean,
schools.
you're one of the countries that has the most rates of fucking shooting in fucking schools. No country in the fucking world comes even close to that.
But
Actually,
let's
from
be
what I
fair.
remember-
Wait, hang on. Let's be fair here. Kids suck. Like, they really do. Like,
Yeah. But that is because most parents suck even harder.
Yeah,
If you think
also-
about
Well,
it.
shitty parents usually have shitty children. I mean, it's genetic
Yes.
that way, but
But you
you
don't
know,
do anything to prevent it. You even ban abortion. So
I'm actually kind of pro that one, actually. So you know, get myself in trouble. No, that's a long.
a useless,
conversation.
shitty person get raped by an even more stupid, shitty person, and then bears a child which has the extreme shitty personality in the fucking history.
Well, it's one of those things, though. Like, how far are we?
Don't allow abortion. No.
How far are we gonna go with that, though? I mean, if we're gonna just start aborting the stupid, that's gonna lead to a lot of issues.
Okay, no. I'm actually for this particular idea.
Just abort the stupid and crippled.
Actually, there was a book I read, and it was talking about a society where, you know, they started measuring neurological activity.
Yes.
And based on the neurological activity, it's like, yeah, no, you're sterile. We're not gonna kill you, but you're not reproducing.
Yes.
Yeah, that may have been a TOS violation there, bot.
Quite likely.
But like we always say, if we get suspended by Twitch, that means we're big enough to matter, and that's a win to me. Like. Nope.
I'm still waiting. Do you want more?
Yes, you did, bot.
Cheated.
More time.
Well, either euthanasia or eugenics.
You know,
Both
they're
suck.
both bad E words, you know.
Both suck.
That was just
Misunderstood. Nope, I am an extremist without a cause, is what I am.
Maybe you should be extreme in getting good. Maybe in your next life you'll be good in games.
I mean, I kind of want to believe in reincarnation myself, but...
I hope I don't get reincarnated.
Oh,
At
don't
least
get me
not in
wrong.
This fucked up word. I don't want to deal with all this shit here again.
Well, actually, that's one of those funny things. I was talking to my brother, and I was like, yeah, no, I kind of believe in reincarnation. And he's like, you do realize there's a certain limitation. I'm like, are you kidding me? There's billions of planets out there. Who's to say you're going to be reincarnated on this planet? You could be a fucking sea sponge on, you know, planet 2742, as far as we know. So, having it to where reincarnation is limited to current planet is kind of dumb,
Yes,
in my opinion.
it is.
Blood shard.
But to be fair, do you really want to be reincarnated on a planet that called itself Planet 2531?
I mean, we
I-
could
I-
always
I
call
feel
it
like
clown,
that
it
clown
didn't-
card planet.
I
If
feel
you
like
think
that-
about it for a second, that number or that name wasn't given by the planet itself. It was given by some stupid human on this fucking
Well,
universe.
Correction.
So, if you
Dumb,
think
stupid,
about it,
sentient, but yeah. Ooh, better. Better, but not better. Fuck.
Story of my life, Buddha.
Oh, that's right. Switch to impale, you dumbass. There we go. I fixed myself.
We can do another scream.
After I fix my stupidity, I hate you right
which would never happened.
now. Hey, it happens all the time.
When?
I am quite frequently stupid, and I'm quite frequently corrected. I don't always, you know, remember the correction, but I am corrected.
He also doesn't acknowledge the correction most of the time either.
That's a lie. I acknowledge. I just forget because I'm stupid. Chinese government? What the hell? Did I miss something?
Yeah, fuck Taiwan! That place has enjoyed entirely too many freedoms.
I actually finally looked up the history of Taiwan. That was one of those things that was always bugging me in the back of my mind.
It was quite fucked up, right?
Yes and no. Like, the thing that I find most fascinating is Taiwan was originally Japanese. It was conquered
Yes.
by the Chinese. The Chinese were so backwards that it looked like it was the futuristic or the future. And then once they took over, they crashed it into the ground. And then when the fascistic government of the Chinese got expelled to the Taiwan, they were horrible rulers of the island. And then eventually they started, actually melding instead of being like the Chinese who's going to reconquer China. They're like, okay, yeah, no, we're not going back. We're actually going to not be dickholes anymore. Well, less dickholes. I don't know how they are nowadays. I'm not Taiwanese, so.
I mean, it's kind of hard to forget about Tiananmen Square. Like, seriously, like that's.
You trying to be funny?
I'm trying to be dark and funny. Like,
Like, are you connecting Tiananmen Square with Taiwan or?
China.
Yeah, I'm kind of confused. Okay, I just want to make sure that it's like, that's China. Well, okay, we don't want the connection.
Taiwan is kind of like China. Like, there's one China, there's two Chinas.
China light.
I know, right? Like, I feel like that should be like Mardi Gras. Like, you should have a Tiananmen Square type of thing every year. Keep the rebels down. Keep people.
I mean, the only thing that really stands out for me when it comes to Tiananmen Square is that one psychotic badass who's like, I'm gonna stand in front of a tank. You're motherfucking what?
Come on, dude. I opened another Echoing Nightmare.
Oh, sorry.
Not like you're doing anything, anyways.
I was actually.
Masturbating doesn't count.
You'd be surprised.
At least
Alright,
not on
but-
stream.
Well, I'm not showing it on stream. This isn't OnlyFans.
You had to pay for Buddha's OnlyFans.
No, which is probably leaked anyway somewhere.
Need more time.
So, but is Calamity for 1.4 now? Did they finally release that?
Okay, that's just embarrassing.
More time.
Die already.
Yes. And apparently bot's excited for my OnlyFans. It's a secret. I keep
so
my
there is a
entities separate.
okay. So yeah, Calamity for 1.4 finally came out. Nice.
Need more time.
That was just a taste.
No, actually, that's one of those things that's been exploding a little bit too. Is the amount of people whose kids are now getting bullied because their parents are all on OnlyFans. It's like, yeah, you're bad parents, in my mind.
You know, they're paying the bills any way they can. You know. I got no problem with simps. You know, helping out single mothers of the world. Like, it's not my money. I wouldn't spend my money on that shit. But you know, it's like, well, whatever.
Especially if you can find it free on the internet.
I was gonna
anyway.
say, there's way too much
yeah.
freeness.
Yeah, like I disagree with the idea of OnlyFans just because, you know, Pornhub exists, but it's like, you know, I'm not shaming anybody for that.
If you're
There's
stupid
no-
enough to pay it,
Yeah.
you deserve to be You deserve to be punished. To be
Well,
honest.
like they say, there's a sucker born every second, and OnlyFans is meant for suckers.
Yes. But
I have not heard of
wouldn't
pay
exist.
pigs, yeah.
I have more control.
To be honest, OnlyFans wouldn't even have a chance to exist if the community and the society wouldn't be so bad down here.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, no, they do it.
Need more time.
Yeah,
Woo,
because society's not-
125! Oh no, I got overwhelmed at 120. No! It said I hit
Ah.
125! Ah, fuck you, game!
Get good, scrub.
Balls. Fuck you, I hit 125. Bullshit game.
No, you did not.
Yes, I
James
did.
is
I
not.
have video evidence.
Actually,
I said
we knew
no, you did not.
a heavy chick, and she was talking about how there's a group, or there's a thing that exists where you pay to feed heavy women. And I'm just like, oh god, that's depressing in so many different levels.
Pay pigs are mainly on Twitter, but they're guys who kink is sold around $1,000 to some random woman asking them to bully them.
I would bully everyone, even for less.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'll do that for
I'm a
free.
fucking schmuck doing this shit for free, you know? Like, seriously.
I need to hold out. No, and it's fucking depressing, but yeah, no. I actually, the one that still gets me is that chick who got paid to sell her farts in a jar. That's the point where I just like, okay, everything apparently is acceptable. I don't even need to know anymore.
I gotta pee again. Be right back.
Gerbil bladder. No, like I was talking to Xionix earlier, when we can actually kind of distance ourselves, I think we're currently in an age that's going to be fascinating for the rest of history.
Yes, and many people will shake their heads if they think about it.
Yeah, well, you have to think about like some of the things that they're treating as, oh my god, this is so important. It's like, no,
No, it's not.
really not. Oh, but
It's
no, it's not important.
It's so fucking useless and unimportant that you have to be really stupid to even think that it is any importance in the fucking world.
Yep. But yeah, people treat it as sacrosanct. It's just like, no, it's not. But I feel I don't give a fuck what you feel. It's not that important.
Yeah, especially if you think about like stuff. For instance, talking about stuff don't be named like certain gender. The fuck? You can
Well,
talk
actually,
the way
I
you
have
want to talk.
I have a bit of a theory when it comes to the whole gender idea, because it's okay. How do I make somebody who's as useless as myself unique? Oh, I'll claim I'm a gender, or what is it, like in New York they acknowledge something like 36 genders now. It might be higher.
I'm dragonkin. I'm fairykin.
Yeah, it's just like no, you're not special just because you try to denote yourself as unique.
I'm
You
Down
either stand out or you
syndrome-kin.
don't. Well, that's obvious. But, I always look at that as, okay, are there some people with legitimate issues? Yes. The rest of them are just useless twat waffles.
Looking for attention. Bump the GR. I'm on Impale.
Oh. I was on Impale. Well, let's double Impale, see what happens.
Like I said, bump GR to highest you can go, and let's see what happens.
Yep.
Brave the rifts, and you will be well rewarded.
Ready yet. How satisfying.
What? Oh, fuck you, game.
Ow.
Still waiting. Not enough discipline. Not ready yet.
Darkness awaits you.
Okay, that one I might have deserved.
No discipline.
No, but that's...
Need more time.
A bunch of people are trying to identify themselves as unique, special people with the most insignificant aspects, where it's like, well, I X. It's kind of like saying I always shit at like 2 o'clock in the after, or 1400. It's like, doesn't matter. It's like, that's a you thing, not a something that
I'm a
has to be respected.
nightshade-kin.
Yeah.
Ready yet.
Night soil.
I need more discipline.
But it's fuck those people. That's all I can say.
Yes. And that's the only right way to say it.
Actually, that's one of the things that's apparently exploding in the UK. Is they apparently have ever increasing numbers of people identifying as cats. So
Yes.
they have to
But
respect
people in
that,
the
and it's like,
UK are even more stupid than half of the rest of the world.
actually, random funny story. Did you hear the story about a guy on YouTube named Count Dankula? Well,
I somewhat heard it, but I didn't want to listen to all of it. Because
So-
I've had my brain melting in the fucking shit.
well, the thing that was funny was ultimately he got the dog to do well, I guess let's go a little more PC. The Roman salute at certain phrases, and he got in trouble for this. Literally went to court, has to pay a fine. He might even technically got jail time that got commuted or what have you. But they're sitting there and they're talking about how stupid this is, and it's like, you know, it's kind of funny because there was a guy during World War II in Germany who had a dog that he named Adolf. And even the SS were like, we can't arrest a guy for naming their a dog Adolf.
Who's a good little
fear
Adolf?
betrays
Who's a good little Adolf? Yeah, I'm gonna stop that joke right there. That's not going to end well.
What are you talking about? We just need to
Yeah.
reference, what's his name? God damn it. Norm Macdonald.
Not enough discipline.
He had a stand-up special called Hitler's Dog. He was talking about how, you know, when it comes down to it, you have to think, dogs are so loyal and so loving. There's a dog out there who's like, Hitler, you're the best, you're the best. I mean, we're going for the banned by Twitch thing now. Door.
Hang on, I'm
Need more discipline.
got a pylon here.
You active? Yep. Going downstairs.
Ah, balls!
Not a good run, but it works.
I sure hope I can.
Fucking hell, I see so many small chests and I don't even have a key for the small chest.
Oh, good. All the goodies are still there. The game didn't.
I was gonna
fuck
say
me.
they should be. I'm actually a little surprised. Keys are one of those little aspects that I'm always a little annoyed about.
Yeah.
Well, it's just one of those like, there's some goodie, but obviously you have to waste time doing random thing. It's like, come on.
Yep,
I am
grinding a fuck ton of NPC mobs just to get the keys dropped from them.
Well, especially when they get hyper specific, like you have to, I don't know, kill pigs to be able to get keys. It's like, really?
No, they don't get hyper specific. Just the area where you kill mobs is specific. Only on this map the key drops. So,
Got it.
and the map is big enough, to be honest. So I don't mind.
Well, that's the other thing that always got me is every once in a while when I was playing WoW and you have certain areas like flooded with people trying to level something up, it's like, no, go away.
That's why I'm doing it right now, because the fucking map is empty.
Mm-hmm.
It's fucking 10 minutes. In 10 minutes we have fucking 4 AM, so
Favors the bold.
normal people should be in bed.
Dangerous.
You sleep.
Glory to the abnormal.
Fucking normies.
Yes.
Fucking hate normies. And their
But
bullshit jobs.
you're as well a fucking normie. So what you talking about?
Well,
I'm not-
normie in certain aspects.
Not a normie.
You're going against the system?
Yes.
Where? Where?
I'm not getting married.
I say cunt on Twitch.
I don't see anything that isn't normie up to now.
I'm sorry, we apparently have to bow to the Mookie on this one. Where are you, not a normie?
I've done things way more often than anything is allowed. And normal people would have been in jail for eternity.
I mean,
You only
I
go
haven't-
to jail if you get caught.
yeah, I better
Yes.
say, I did plenty of felonies when I was younger.
I was gonna say, Xanax actually has some stories.
Yeah,
But,
I got more than enough.
I was gonna say, I think the only way, or the only thing I could point to is joining the military, and on that one, it's like less than 1% join the military, but that's not fighting the system, that's supporting the system. So
Yeah, you are the system at that point. Like,
I believed, I still believe. Well, I don't believe, but you know, I'm one of those random patriot type people who's like, I love my country. There's nothing wrong with loving your country.
Depends on how far the love is going.
I'm not psychotic about it. And actually, that was one of those things my brother was saying. It's like, yeah, no, when it comes down to it, it's like, I've met too many people who go a little too psychotic with it. I'm like, no, I love my country. I'm not going to be crazy about it. I mean, I am.
No, I don't
Part-
love my country. I hate fucking Germany.
Well, you have Angela Merkel. I'm not Angela Merkel, whatever her name is.
She isn't even anymore.
Anymore. She's not a
We
prime-
have
Yeah.
we have someone new, which is even way worse.
Oh,
Like 5 times worse.
yeah, Angela Merkel
That's impressive.
like stepped down or
Yes.
whatever.
Yes, he stepped down, and now we have someone who is 5 or 10 times worse than her. And is ruining Germany even more than Angela was doing already.
I mean, that's
Would-
impressive. Like, not,
yeah,
not
I was
even
gonna
gonna
say
lie.
that sounds like
that,
a life goal right there.
that's
Yep.
it's like Angela Merkel, hold my beer. Like that is.
I mean, did you ever hear of any state, country, or whatever where people can just run into, get paid for doing nothing but existing
AOC.
without having any valid information about themselves, any certified document or whatsoever to even stay in the fucking country or even set foot in the fucking country? No, but Germany, they give you all. They give you a fucking house, they give you money, they give you
Mhm.
clothing,
California's a lot like that.
phone, whatever. They even fly you around if they need to. It doesn't
So-
matter.
There's
America's been doing that too.
some states in America have been doing that too, but there's
No,
actually
Biden has literally been flying people who came up from the southern border to different states so that they can like blend in or some shit.
well, and there was another thing where Hawaii, it's
Yeah,
and
but Germany was flying out of the country to grab the people and fly them in.
I may look small, but I'll hurt you.
That I didn't know.
yeah, that's a neat trick right there. That
Well, it's one of those things that I've heard some people talk about. It's the fact that most first world countries aren't hitting sustainable reproduction. So it's just like, oh yeah, no, we'll just, allow people in a sense to immigrate, or we'll just literally, bring people in. And that's one of those other tidbits where it's like, I mean, I'm kind of pro-immigration, but at the same time, you know, do it legally. But then some
Yeah,
of the
but
more...
Germany pays you even if you come illegally, and even brings you into Germany without any documentation or whatsoever.
That's
You tell
insane.
them I have like 20 different kids and then I have 3 different names, so I get paid 3 times and have to get paid for 20 different kids, which doesn't even exist. But yeah, pay me. And Germany does exactly that. So
No. And
That
that's where
does
it
sound
just...
an awful lot like California.
Yep. Well, it's sort of like one of those things that still irritates me, where it's like, well, we don't want people to not get health care. I'm ready for a refill, by the by. So we're gonna give free health care. Okay, so we're gonna have a lot of people who come in, don't have documentation, don't have the money to pay for it. So you're gonna pass it off to the other consumers. Yeah, you people keep bitching about health care, and yet you want to increase the price. But we're not supposed to talk about it.
Well, I mean, the rich are supposed to pay their fair share, so very clearly we can pay for health care for all these migrants, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the rules.
Actually, that's one of those things that even some of the libertarians bitch about, which I don't agree with personally, is they talk about how when we have sort of a, hey, you're a doctor and you want to come to America? Hell yeah, you know, come in. Oh, now we're brain draining other countries. I don't feel guilty about that personally.
I will brain drain the shit out of any other country.
We need more doctors. We need more pilots. We need more. Actually, the only thing we don't need more of is teachers.
military.
No. Well, currently no, but
I mean, America has more military population and giving out more money than the next 26 states combined. So
well, that's actually one of the issues is we're giving out more money.
About it.
Like the whole NATO thing. That's one of those, you know, banned by Twitch again that I agree with Trump, where it's like, start paying your fucking fair share, you bitches. Same with, what is it, Sweden? It's like, oh, we want to be part of NATO now. Okay, you have a backlog of about $1 billion to pay us then. Well, you know, no. Yes, you owe $1 billion. Pay it. No, we'll let them join. Fuck off.
Well, and one of the big incentives for people to join the military in America was that the military would pay for your college. And our commander-in-chief just shot that right in the dick.
Yeah. Oh, we'll forgive $10,000. Go fuck off.
$20,000 if you get a Pell Grant, which is free money if you're poor. Don't get me wrong, I like the Pell Grant. I use the Pell Grant. But it's removing the like, why would you join the military to get your college paid for if the government's just gonna go, it's free anyways, fuck off. Like,
Nope, God. I mean, and that's part of the problem. Is part of the reason why college is such an issue nowadays is because the fact that there's so many incentives to go to college, and college is like, well, if they're going to give incentives, why would we not increase our prices? They're not having competition, as it were, and it's literally like, hey, you know, free money. And it's like, no. But they do it. In which case, like, if I remember right, American college is like 600 times, or has exploded 600 times faster than inflation in America.
yeah.
And that's just one of those things where it's like, you stupid people. And on top of that, you got people getting shit like gender degrees, in which case, yeah, they're useless.
Fucking hell. Do you really have to hunt me down with like more than 6 people? You fucking bastards.
I mean, kind of denotes you're a badass if that's the issue.
Yeah, I feel like that should be a badge of honor, man.
If you go by that logic, I should be better, yeah. I mean, it was just one small group, but all have the maximum amount of the perfect gear even imaginable, which I'm not even close to right now.
Alright, well, I burned 2 of my gems on improving my dexterity, so I'm actually doing more damage now.
That's what I'm doing right now is forging a bunch of royal gems so I can improve more gear.
Yeah. Yep, no, I already did that. Buddha's being slow.
Buddha's being efficient. And I haven't accidentally put intelligence on things that are matter.
Shut up! Do you have any more puzzle rings, or are you dry on those?
I'm out of puzzle rings now.
God damn it.
But I follow Zionic's measurement and go for the girls right now.
Just because you have bad taste doesn't mean anything.
There's nothing wrong with my taste.
I go
Besides,
to
you
the
watch
toilet, so be right
you
back.
watch oh. Yeah, run away like a German.
Germans never run away. That's the problem.
I don't know. We have a perfect example right
historically
here.
speaking. Historically speaking. I'm gonna stop right
I
now.
don't know. I still have pretty good proof right here.
Shut up. You ready for a GR?
Not yet. I just got done forging or making a bunch of emeralds.
All right. Well, I'm bumping it to 96. So. I guess 90 is max, so we might as well just run 90s. But I do want to push a little bit.
I was gonna say going up to or above 90 at that point is more XP based than pickup base or whatever I'm supposed to be saying on that particular.
Yeah, no, 90 is where you want to be. Logically, I want to push, but logically it's like 90 is the best place to be for speed and because it's the best. Yeah, okay. Come on, man.
Sorry, got one more thing I want to do.
Booty used to whine at me because I was so slow at this game.
You still are slow at this game.
I'm back.
The German has returned.
Yes.
Did you survive
Yeah.
your raid?
I'm good to go.
No.
Do
You really think that if 6 people running behind you, you have any way to?
I'm still here.
if you have
even have-
skill?
Yeah, no, not if they come from all sides.
Oh, I'm sorry. Get good, scrub.
Yeah, no,
Excuses, excuses.
no.
There's
Free
the man who
from.
dies all the time.
Yeah.
And I died.
First of all, you die all the time, Buddha. So shut up.
What? I know my kind.
Second of all, if you have only 2 directions and from both of them come 3 people to hunt you down,
I still stand behind. Get good, scrub.
it's kind of difficult if you have only 2 directions and 3 people of both directions coming onto you and trying to hunt you down.
Wow, I am
That
getting
sounds like
wrecked.
sexy time right there.
Yes. No. I mean, I would love to have it the other way around, but I'm still working on the stuff to get there. To even beat down 6 people at the same time.
This is embarrassing.
What?
I've died 3 times already on this rift.
And it's a 92. Like, I didn't even push the difficulty up. I brought it down.
Nope, I got wrecked by the whole electric pulse thing and jumpers that are just like, oh yeah, I'll jump, and then I die.
Need more time.
So the normal Buddha way?
Yep,
Yeah, basically.
the normal Buddha way. But you've already admitted you only watch because I suck.
Yes. Which is quite funny most of the time.
So, see, there we go. I've succeeded.
Ready yet.
In being stupid, a failure, and funny at the same time? Yeah, sure.
Well, I'm intelligent in being funny. My stupidity, or my found the door. And I lost my train of thought. I'm good. That's all that matters.
No, you're not good. That's the problem.
No, that is the benefit. We already have one guy here. It's like, yeah, I like watching Buddha being dumb. I am dumb, but I am not so dumb. Of course, I don't think I'm supposed to quote Bill Cosby anymore.
I'm still waiting.
Yeah, he's not a great role model.
I wasn't saying he's a role model, but he's still somebody I can quote.
Need more time.
Oh, good, you're down here. Activating conduit shrine.
I do have NEMs now, by the way.
I have
Oh, well, you could have informed.
The Rift Guardian.
Sorry. Sorry.
more time.
Sorry. I don't want you summoning Cthulhu on accident.
Still 100 people online. What the fuck they're doing?
What do you need?
They're being German.
They're hunting you, man.
No,
Mookie's
that's
online!
my
Go,
faction.
go, go!
Get him, get him, get him!
Yeah. I often hear that on the third chat. So yeah, I
People
know that
chatting Mookie.
this stuff exists, but I want to ignore it.
Hello.
People are hunting the Mookie.
Yes.
I need to go back.
Sometimes you just need to hunt the Mookie.
Satisfying.
Hmm. I mean, I fucked them over many times, so I kind of have to expect to be hunted.
I was
down
gonna
at
say,
some
now
point.
you're apparently pissing off a squad of 6 people where they're like, we must kill Mookie. Yes.
Yeah, because even every one of them I killed already at least 2 or 3 times in 1v1 with ease.
Yeah, that's a badge of honor right there, honestly, dude. Like,
What?
eh, being
You get to the
hunted.
point where people are just like, we have to target on this person.
I mean, I even win sometimes 1v2 or 1v3, but kind of difficult. It's hard to do.
Favors the bowl. Ooh, that is too
To be honest.
expensive.
No,
to
the only
win.
door I could think of would get me in trouble on Twitch.
Yeah, because we haven't already crossed that line tonight.
So, because the world's a stupid place, on one of my deployments, we got
Alright,
into playing.
okay. 2 and clear, okay?
Okay. We got into playing Call of Duty. So we're in a war zone playing World War II games because yeah, we're smart like that. Well, actually, Call of Duty isn't exactly World War II, but still.
Sometimes it is.
Yeah. And we're playing this, and this guy, he brought his 360 so we are to play. And And I don't know what happened. Maybe I played it too much. I actually got fairly decent at the game.
That doesn't sound like you.
No, it happens occasionally. Occasionally it happens.
That still doesn't sound like you.
Okay.
But yeah,
But,
keep going.
But it was
but
out of
we were
character.
playing in this one area where they had like, I don't know, 16 computers networked together. And it had a build that was a ghost build, so very quiet, not making noise, and I altered it a little. And the name of the build was Whitey. So I was sitting there playing, and I hit God tier level, at least with the group I was playing with. And so you just saw Whitey appear all the time. You know, Whitey did this, Whitey did this, Whitey did this. And I got so hyped, I started yelling, "You can't stop Whitey! Whitey's on top!" But, yeah, no,
I got fucked.
no, like I said, I played like a god that night, dude. For like 3 hours, I could not be stopped, and I had people like trying to team up on me, and nope, they couldn't stop me. That is the best I have ever played a game.
I kind of feel the point you're talking about because I had the phases as well, where I was grinding down shooter and aimbots and whatnot, just to hit everything in under a mere second.
Of course, another one that pissed them off with Call of Duty is certain weapons, which it's actually kind of stupid because most weapons will shoot through walls.
Yes.
But the amount of times I've killed people that were running behind cover was a little psychotic. But then again, I guess in that particular front, Sonic has better stores than I do.
Yeah, for me, most of my stories were Call of Duty 2, which
Yeah,
was
which I can
pure-
sing loudly. Call of Duty 1, Call of Duty 2, Counter-Strike, Battlefield 1. Good times, good times. But they're gone. And
Yeah,
I don't
now all
want
we
to get
have
back.
is Modern Warfare and all its bastard children.
You have triumphed.
Now, Call of Duty is one of those games where it's like, why do you keep making new ones? Like, at a certain, I mean, no, not why. I know why, because they're making money, but at the same time, I'm just sitting there
people
going
keep
like,
buying them.
yeah, that's the thing that kills me, where it's like, come on, guys. Why are you buying the new ones?
Need to go back.
Well, there's new mechanics. Really? What?
There's no new mechanic. It's just graphical, more pleasing, to be honest. Most of the
Yeah,
times.
but I don't feel like paying $60 for a game I'm already playing. It is my issue.
2 and clear, Buddha. 2 and clear.
Oh, that's right. My apologies.
I wish you luck.
Need more time.
Fucking hell.
I didn't know you want to fucking hell.
Oh, why not fucking hell? That's where the best.
Would be kind of hot and.
I mean, it's
not
gonna be
very
hot
fun.
anyways.
Might as
Yeah,
well do some
but-
fucking.
I mean, you might be cold when you're fucking, but for me, it's usually pretty hot.
Eh, it's kind of too hot.
I mean,
A few
Germans are
degrees
cold
lower is more like my style.
people.
I mean, I don't even have problems with like
Feel my wrath.
10 degrees Celsius. I just put on a normal jacket and the long coat, and I'm good to go. I don't even care.
Oh,
I mean,
fuck
there's
off.
so many ways I can interpret I put a jacket on and have sex type thing.
I need healing.
That's wrong.
I mean, hopefully you wear the raincoat. I mean, I don't know if you want little mookies right now.
No. I never want them.
No.
Wise man once say, always double bag it.
Yep.
I don't know. I'm still at that point where I could enjoy having some little Buddhas, but
I still don't trust the fucking stupid stuff. They
I don't
did
trust
break on me
stupid
quite a few times. Which is kind of stupid. And annoying.
and terrifying.
Yes.
Let me just wrap this sheepskin intestine over my cock and go to town. Surely nothing bad will happen.
Oh, sheep intestines. I mean, that's some stalwart shit right there.
That's what they use for a sausage.
Your fear betrays you.
And nobody wants to know how the sausage is made. Which I believe is actually kind of a Bismarck quote. What the hell was that?
You
Your
died
mama.
again.
I don't think my mom has a taser.
You're sure about that?
Fairly sure.
In the car.
The next time Buddha sees his mama, he get tasered.
No,
What
my
should
mom.
it say?
Now, when it comes to attention grabbing and stuff like that, what my mom does is she is a ninja at grabbing ears. That's what my mom's a ninja at. Like,
She also threatens with knives.
yes, she did threaten me with a knife once.
Probably deserved, I guess.
No, it wasn't me. It was my brother. But she was so pissed off at my brother. She's like, if you ever do this, pointing a knife. I was like, Mom, it wasn't me.
Don't you dare try to do it as well what he did. One time is more than enough.
No, actually, that's another one of those where it's like, I can tell legit stories about how I've had wooden spoons broken on my ass. That's not something that exists nowadays in America. It's like, but yep, nope. I've had a
They want
wooden
to bring
spoon.
it back, if I remember correctly. At least they talked about it, bringing it back into the schools and whatnot.
My mom did work at school. No, she, for fun, broke a wooden spoon on my ass, I think twice.
Your mom has a fucking sense of fun.
I kinda understand that fun. I'm sorry.
I mean, you can't break a spoon on your kid's ass. What are you doing? What's the point of having a kid at that point?
Yeah, I know, right? Like, seriously.
Break it on their head as well, but the ass is just more humane, I guess.
Well, it's fat and it's hidden by pants.
See? It's way more humane than hitting it on a fucking head.
Oh, not
Breaking it
exactly
that
human.
way.
I mean, you don't want your kid to be special. Well, kind of special, I should
Some
say.
of them do.
Yes.
Seriously, the women I've talked to, and Zonox had the same thing happen. It's like, I want to have like 4 kids, and I want the last one to be special needs. And it's like, why?
No.
Yeah,
No, I've heard women. Zonox has heard women.
This is literally one of the girlfriends I've had in my past. She said she wanted 2 boys, 2 girls, and she wanted
One
to adopt
special.
a special needs child. And I looked at her right after that and went, "You want 4 kids and a retard?" And we broke up.
I would just dumped her at the point she finished that sentence.
I
It
can
would
go my
be
own
fine.
way.
Never call me again. Delete
Yeah,
my number. Forget that I exist. Fuck off.
The
Don't
relationship
come near
was
me
dead.
ever again.
Seriously.
I would
No,
just grab her and throw her out of the window if she would be in my room.
Well, the problem is you get in trouble for defenestrating, so.
No, no. She's in your home. She doesn't belong there. She gets thrown out.
She says some bullshit like that. So she get thrown out.
He was like, nope. Done.
Nope. Done. Get out of here. Don't even take the stairs. It's way too long. Get out of the window. The only exit you get right now. Get the
We-
fuck out as
We
fast as
need the
possible.
quickest way for you to leave.
Yes, which is grabbing by the throat and throwing
be right
through
back.
the window.
Yeah, no, there's, and that's what, especially nowadays, just let people talk. That's actually one of the more fascinating things. Like, some of the females I work with now, they're sitting there. It's like, yeah, the first time you marry for money, the second time you marry for love, and I'm sitting there going, yeah. And you wonder
No.
why the marriage rates are going down.
Yes. I don't have planned to marry anyone. Fuck marriage. Just costs money. And even if some girl, I don't know how the hell she would even try to do it, would actually get to convince me, I would pin every last point and every last item and every last fucking penny on it, on the paper, where, what, who becomes and gets when we break up.
Mm-hmm.
To the clearest point possible. So no discussion had. There's the paper, you signed it, you shut up, you get the stuff you're supposed to get and fuck off.
No, it is expensive to get married.
Yes. Which is why you always should make a contract when you marry her.
Actually, I watched a thing recently, and it was with some women talking about, it's like, you know, if I have a bunch of money, then yeah, I want a prenup. But if the man has a bunch of money, all of a sudden you don't trust me. And it's like,
Yeah, I don't trust
Ye-
you, so get the fuck out of here now.
well,
Fuck
the
off.
funny part is they're saying, I want a refill, dude.
You want a refill?
Yes.
Come back again. Well, isn't that nice?
Alright, give me just a sec.
That is too
I didn't even
expensive.
know I had that thing.
But yeah, no, that's just one of those things where they're like, okay, if I'm gonna hurt, then I want the prenup. But if you're gonna hurt, then well, why do we need a prenup? And they say it, and it's just like,
Yeah, and the second they would say that, I would just kick them out and block them every way possible and never would any contact with them at all.
mm-hmm.
I don't care about it. You want money? Go get some
Work.
douche about it.
Actually,
Work
that was
for it.
another thing I was talking to Zanx about
Tell your
earlier.
fucking useless dumb pussy and face to some simp. I don't even care, but never show your fucking face again.
That was actually one of the things I was talking to Zanx earlier about, as I was watching this video, and it was a bunch of women who had like $50,000 plus in like college debt, and they're like, yeah, I just need to get married so a guy will pay for this, and it's like,
Nope.
you know,
Get the fuck out of here. Why should I even care about it? It's your own problem. You wanted to go there, fuck and take the money to
but don't
Get
you
it done.
love me? Not that much.
no. I mean, you're not that pretty, you're not that good in bed, fuck off.
Well, and the
There's
thing is,
no
it's
reason
like,
in fucking hell and back to even consider paying that much money.
well, and
Go
there is
earn it.
literally no piece of ass that I would pay $50,000 for.
No.
None. Whatsoever.
None. No. There is no girl in fucking lifetime which can fuck you that good every day on a daily basis whenever you requested that you would be able to or would want to pay that price. No fucking girl. Even the
Nah.
best hoes in the fucking world can't fuck you that good to be worth that much money.
Actually, one of the ones that still sticks with me, it's a chick I work with. She was like, you know, if I could just marry a guy and we live in 2 separate houses and he gives me money every month, that's my ideal relationship. And I'm just sitting there going, You're psychotic.
She wants
What
a
exactly
divorce.
does the guy get out of this?
He gets to see the pussy every now and then when she wants it.
Maybe once a month.
At best.
Yeah, no, that's some psychotic shit where she's like, no,
No.
no,
Fuck
no,
off.
no.
I don't even give you the last penny out of my pocket. You're not
What?
even worth the dirt under my fucking shoes. Go lick them clean.
It's cheaper to just see a. Never mind. I'm not gonna finish that.
Well, and that's where part of me is like, yeah, you pay him to leave, not to have sex with you.
I was just gonna say, like, if you want your shoes clean, it's cheaper to go find a shoe shine boy.
Yeah, a professional.
Yes. Yes. But even then, no. There's so many hoes which you can just take with you, fuck them, and throw them out after that.
Well,
You
on top
just
of
go
that-
into the clubs and buy them
What?
a drink or something like that, and you can fuck them all night long. And I mean, what does one drink cost? 10 bucks? 15 bucks? At best.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ! You're. Why do you go out in Germany?
You would be laughing, but the most expensive drink costs over 1k. that you can
No,
order.
because they have that
Germany.
like gold plated or gold tinned coffee or whatever. Well, I don't know if they have that in Germany, but
Yes, they have. They have also some wine and champagne that costs over 1,000 euros.
Need more time.
I will stick with my bourbon and my tequila. Thank you very much.
Yes. Same for me. I never do anything that costs more than like 6 or 7 bucks at best.
Yeah, no, that's actually why I don't like going out to clubs and bars and shit. It's just so expensive.
Way too expensive. I mean, I get a whole bottle, which is 1 liter for what, 15 bucks? So I can make the same drink, which cost in
Yeah.
the fucking bar 8 bucks. I can make
Yeah.
this drink for 8 bucks like 10 times at home
Yeah, no,
without
that's
carbon.
what me and Buddha do. Now, granted, I tend to make Buddha spend more money than he wants to because I have
he's
taste.
cultured where I'm just, you know, when I
It
drink
just have
alcohol,
to
I
hit
want to get
hard
drunk.
and- It just have to hit hard, it doesn't have to taste good, right?
Yep.
I like
Al-
it to taste good, goddammit.
Alcohol and coffee. I want to have a certain experience, and that's what I'm aiming for. I don't care.
You know the Long Island iced tea?
Yeah.
Yep.
Actually, that for the state we live in, there's some fairly hard restrictions on alcohol. And one of the last times I went to actually it was a club, but I went in. I was like, "What is the strongest thing you can make me?" And he's like,
Longest
"Long
iced
Island." Yeah. I was like, "Okay, make me one of those." Of course, it was stupid because he's like, "Are you a cop or something like that?" And I'm like, "I'm in the
No.
military, dude." No, I'm not a cop. But
I
even
don't
even
even
then,
care, but I just want to get drunk right now.
yeah. Nope. I want to go from normal to fucking smash quick. That's what I want.
And right now, right here. I
Mhm.
don't even question it anymore.
Now, there's another one I really like. It's called Adios Motherfucker, or AMF.
Yes.
I haven't had one of those.
Yes, you
That's,
had.
I have?
You
Yeah.
just mix everything you have left, every hard piece of alcoholic beverage, and just throw it in together. Throw one small piece of ice in there and shake it one time and call it a day. And
Got it.
Now, there have
Yeah.
been a couple of times we went down to Mesquite that I got the stuff for AMFs. So you have had AMF before, Buddha.
I've had AMF before. I got a puzzle ring, by the by.
Puzzle ring.
I got a few AMFs as well, but eh. Depends who makes it.
I make a mean goddamn AMF. I got the recipe off the internet.
The funniest thing is, when I was 16, an American student was coming to our school and was talking big shit, and you don't want to talk about beverages in Germany if you're American. You just die.
No,
if you
that's
try it.
like Germany, Scotland, and Ireland. Those are like three places. Like, if you want to talk about alcohol, it's like, no, I'm a pansy. I mean, I might be decent to a certain extent, but that's some next tier right there.
Yeah, especially if you go into the go out of the city and more into the what's it called, country side. The countryside, the boys, they drink like 5 times more than the city guys.
I'm still waiting.
So the pansy city German drinks like 3 or 4 times what the best college student in America drinks with ease. And the student we had was a talking big shot, and we had more than enough country boys in our class sitting there and looking at him with quite a funny face.
You do not want to dance this song, my friend. Oh, yes, I do. Okay, fine. Let's dance.
Yes, let's start with something easy. Here you get one fucking
You know what?
chests out of.
I am of
just-
the opinion that everyone deserves to get alcohol poisoning at least once in their life.
Well,
I mean-
I never had to go to the hospital, is the best I can say, so.
No, I've never had to go to the hospital either, but I have
This
gotten
guy
alcohol
had.
poisoning.
This guy had an awakening in the hospital.
Well, you're German. Kind of expected.
And he was talking big to the ones who can drink much.
Nope. That is one of the. Don't get me wrong. Especially now, I feel a little tanky, but I don't know. It's been a while since I've just been doing straight up shots, so.
I mean, they started on something small like beer, but German beer is way stronger than any American beer.
No, and that's the problem. I remember hearing about where it's like, yeah, no, Americans have essentially piss beer, and it's like.
Yes, I mean, what's the alcoholic beverage amount on your beer? Like 2%, 4%, 6%?
Octazonics.
So the beer we're drinking right now is 4.6.
Yeah,
But-
and the normal beer starts in Germany nowhere under, what was it, 6.9? That's the normal and the lowest number you can get.
My pack is.
The normal standard is 8.9, 9.9.
I am returning to town.
All right, yeah, no, and we got a beer here in the States called Steel Reserve. You have to, where we live, you have to buy it at the liquor store. You can't buy it in stores.
Yeah,
But,
we
they-
can buy the canned beer, which has 9.9% in every normal drive-through, every normal. That's the fucking normal stuff you can buy here, even
Yeah.
without going into special liquor stores. You can buy them on the supermarket.
Not ready yet.
Well, to be fair, where me and Buddha live right now is particularly conservative.
Religious.
Yeah, so beer is regulated.
Yeah, but they started with just a few beers and he was
Yeah.
dying already.
But yeah, even
Time.
outside of where we live, like in more open areas, like it's still something like 6.8% is the
Yeah, I
average
was gonna
beer
say it's like
strength.
6 or 7 is like the beer strength in America.
And I mean, one crate of beer here in Germany has around 30 bottles. With, I would say, the small ones 0.33. liters.
I am returning
So-
to town.
Yeah. They just started with 1 crate and he was nowhere near responsible or even able to talk normally at that point. And
No, sorry.
You
If
need to
there's one
fucking
thing
move to
Americans
Germany.
are good at is talking shit. That's the problem. It's
Yes,
like, no,
and he wasn't able to talk shit anymore after the first crate, which was just the warm-up for everyone else.
yeah, no, and that's what, like, I think I can hang quite well when it comes to alcohol. I still don't think I would go to Germany, Ireland, Scotland, and be like, I can drink you under the. No.
No.
I can hang, but I'm not gonna win.
I mean, like I said, the normal beverage beer starts somewhere around 7 or 10%.
Yeah.
So that's the
And-
normal standard in Germany when you don't mix it with other stuff. So
Yeah,
talking
no.
shit about Germany, especially on the countryside, is not a good idea for Americans usually.
I don't know.
Nope.
This sounds like a recipe for a fun time, if you ask me.
Yeah, you start with 1 crate for each person, which is 30 bottles of it. Then you move
Wow,
over to
30
the strong
bottles?
stuff. Yes,
Wow.
that's what they drink for the warm up on the countryside.
Yeah, I mean, I could probably
one
handle
evening.
30 beers easily.
Yeah, but
I'd be
then you
pissing. But then once we go to the hard stuff,
then you go to the hard stuff. Like I said,
no, I don't think I could hang on that. Like the beers, I think beers wouldn't fuck me up. I'm not claiming anything badassery. I'm just saying I don't think the beers would mess with me. But if I had to go through 30 beers at 10% ish, and go from there, might be well. I'd be slower. I'm not somebody who generally slams, but yeah, no, that would be intense. That would be really intense.
yeah, no, you start on the countryside with 1 crate of beverage beer per person normally. So you have like 3 or 4 crates at least for, I don't know, 6 people. So that's the
And
normal amount.
then
to
once that's
just
done,
get
you're like,
started.
all right, let's bust out the whiskey. Like,
Yeah, after you finish that, you start on the stronger stuff like Jack Daniels, tequila, and whatnot.
Yeah.
all right,
Which
so
you normally go on like 3 bottles per person, depending
So,
on where you are right now.
the non-official rule in America is that you lead with liquor and then you finish with beer.
In Germany,
Vice versa.
that's kind of the same, but before you stop, you have way more in your stomach than in America. I mean, they usually drink the beer in the morning at 6 or 7 a.m. to counteract all the stuff they were drinking before in the night.
Actually, that's one of those little things I find funny. Is
And normally you mix every last piece of other beverage in 1 bottle with beer and just chug it down in 1 big sip.
Okay, that's the King's Cup. We actually have a term for that here.
That's the normal counter stuff which you drink in the morning. If you have leftovers from Jackie or whatsoever, you just throw them all together, chuck it down in a quick sip, and get
Care of the
going.
dog. I wonder how that
Take
saying
care of
came
the
about.
dog and whatnot.
That's one of those things I want to know where the statement came from.
I don't know how much percentage the Jack Daniels for you guys in America have right now.
In America, it's
60%.
40%.
No, then
Well, 40
then it's quite
proof.
then it's quite the same.
No, it's 80 proof. It's 40%.
Yeah, the 80 proof is here between 40 and 42%.
No, when
So
it
it's
comes
quite
to
the same.
liquors, I think we're pretty standard, but when it comes to beer, then we're pansy ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, American beer blows.
Need more time.
Of course, right now that we're talking about alcohol, I keep thinking back to that whole Gabriel Iglesias in India.
Yeah.
I'm still waiting.
But
So-
yeah, sounds like you're.
Yeah.
Sounds like you wouldn't even try to do it like the stupid person.
No,
that
me? No.
did it.
I have to admit, so I grew up religious, and on top of that, well, a religion that didn't, or alcohol bad. But on top of that, like, I don't know, I've always had a very healthy respect for alcohol. So when it comes to shit like this, it's like, no, I'm not gonna talk shit. Like, one of the guys who wanted to get me drunk early, he was like, I sure have told him, okay, if I start saying I want to get a tattoo or something like that, you stop me. Like, I perceived getting drunk as me going to such a level of stupid. But thankfully, I've never gotten that stupid drunk. Well, I've gotten ridiculously stupid drunk, but
Fucking balls.
never in a way that would lead to that level of stupidity. But yeah, no, I've always respected the drink.
Yeah, this person wasn't intelligent enough to respect Germany.
Yeah. No, and that's the big thing is. Actually, I think back to it. It's well, one of the two Buddhist sayings I remember hearing is, make sure you
Need more time.
consume the spirit. Don't let the spirit consume you. So, you know, alcohol reference.
And if you see the Buddha, kill the Buddha.
No, if you meet the Buddha, kill the Buddha. If you meet your father, kill your father. Free from everything, bound to nothing. That was another one of those that was like just straight up,
Need more time.
wow. Well, for me. It was done by a Buddhist Lee something, I forget. I looked it up once, but yeah, no, that was one of those sayings where it's like, damn.
If you ever see Buddha, kill him.
Meet the Buddha, kill the Buddha.
Still waiting.
No, I can't go to Germany, thank you.
Why?
Because he might kill me.
No. Why should I care to kill you?
Ah, that's right, he's not a Buddhist.
I'm still waiting.
Oh, I don't have Vault.
You should know that by now, dude.
Well, I was in a cage by a yellow enemy, a rare enemy, whatever they're called, and I couldn't do anything, so I pressed the button for Vault. It was a, oh my god, I'm scared.
Not ready yet. I'm still waiting.
No, I'm actually quite fond of the idea of reincarnation, personally.
And also, what's the normal size is half a liter, so
Yeah,
the
like-
smallest 0.2.
We're at like 18 ounces. I don't know what that is in
12
liters.
ounces.
I can run the calculation about it if you want.
Most of
No.
our alcoholic beverages, like beers, come in 8
8 to
12
12 ounces.
12-ounce bottles or cans.
Yeah, 18 ounces is pretty much the same as half a liter. Not
Yeah, so
Oh, fuck you, game.
Ah.
Seriously, the game likes Onyx more is all I need to say.
Well, you still have one more primal than I do.
A useless fucking primal? You're Chakram. Nah, I don't give a damn about Chakram.
You look like you could use a new item of maybe you can find a use.
That
for
is
Gotta
too
go.
expensive.
someday.
Two and clear.
Yeah. Since I keep forgetting.
Embrace your power, and you will survive.
I keep forgetting to switch to my god. Switch to Impale, you dumbass. Yes, I need to switch to Impale.
Oh, thank God, my stepbrother's
Stop
online.
breaking the law, asshole.
Your fear betrays you.
Yeah, no, I mean, sorry, hopping back to Mookie in a sense, that's just one of those little tidbits where it's like Ireland, Scotland, and Germany. That there's literally just stories about how much of an how much alcoholic they are, and it's like, why
Russia
would you?
and Poland isn't much better.
Well, Russia too. Didn't know Poland. I wasn't sure Poland would.
Poland can drink pretty much the same as Russia.
Wow,
They match each other pretty much.
that I didn't know. But yeah,
And Germany, it depends on what German you have. If you have a country German, they stand against the Russian pretty easily, but if you have a city boy out of Germany, most Russians just drink most German guys under the table, so Russia is a bit on a stronger side than Germany, even though. If you think about it.
actually,
So what you're saying is Ukraine will soon join us.
what?
So what you're saying is Ukraine will soon join us as a drinker capital.
Yes.
Yeah.
Being useless at drinking.
I don't know.
Ukraine
Eventually, they're
can't
gonna have to
drink.
get used to vodka now.
Yes.
Oh, I'm pretty sure they're already used to vodka. They were part of the USSR before the Ukraine became a thing.
You forgot that at least 1 or 2 generations is in between there, so
I was gonna say the distance or genetic distance is gonna be a thing.
You're immortal.
Need more time.
I get asked if I want to buy the money that's traded in game. No thanks.
Yeah,
I'm normally the
seriously.
person that fucking sets the in-game currency for real life money. I'm not the person that does the other way around.
Actually, funny enough, that's one of those things I was always confused about when it came to Diablo 3. Is they had a real life auction, so you could spend legit money to purchase items,
Yes.
and they canceled that, and I can't conceive why, because they're ultimately winning in this situation.
Yeah. Regardless of what
because-
happened.
No, there's one reason, because depending on what state or which country they are in, they can be sued because that's same like lottery and such. So they can be
because they're-
addicted too hard into the game and lose too much money.
But they're paying for a specific item. It's not a loot box. It's literally, okay, I want to purchase X item. They're
Yeah,
not
but-
presenting
but-
X item, other person is. So
Yeah,
for
but
me,
they still can get sued over it because they lose too much money and they can't control themselves. And that's the whole reason why.
Let's see the gem.
I was gonna say, I know people or games have been, well, not exactly sued, but they've been having issues because of loot boxes.
Yes.
But I didn't think that they did it because of live auctions, because it's in a sense like buying something off eBay.
That's why loot boxes came into life anyway, because people had troubles with the live auction.
But even then, you're spending $10, whatever, on something that you decided. It's not a random thing. It's not a,
Yeah, people
oh well.
got scammed often enough, so they sued the company who was behind the game, and not the person itself was sued pretty much, which also is kind of stupid.
And people have the right to be stupid, so
Not in Europe, they don't.
I'm still waiting.
they only
So
have
they
the right to
paid
be
real life
stupid.
money to get an item which they never received, and they never got back the item because the account they bought it from didn't exist anymore and had never a normal or real IP or email address. So the money was just lost and gone.
Well, and that's where, like I said, yeah, again with Blizzard, if you posted it in Blizzard, then you couldn't stop the transfer if somebody paid. But if you're going from some of the offsites, where it's like, oh, you could buy Sword of the Diamond or something like that. But that was an offsite thing. It was Blizzard itself that decided, no, we're not doing this. But Blizzard could allow for in-game transfer. So if you posted, I have this sword for $4, $10, $1,000, as soon as the the everything was confirmed, the transfer was done. You couldn't stop it. You couldn't cheat it. And then they were getting like
people still found a loophole. That's
Yeah.
that's also a problem which they had.
And like I said, when it comes to the live auction, the biggest argument I've heard is for some of the more hardcore players. They were getting the better items, and then those that were less hardcore literally had to pay to advance.
Yep.
I'm still waiting.
And I agree with the whole anti-pay to play type thing, where it's like, oh yeah, no. Actually, that was, what was it, Diablo Immortal?
Not ready yet.
That was one of the big things. Like, if you want the best items, you had to spend something like $24,000 or some shit. I don't remember.
Yes.
Need more time.
Well, they
And-
embraced the loot box idea, and it was one person who spent $24,000 to get the best. One of the best items in the game.
Which also is in the case of if he's thinking about giving it all back because he can't find anyone to PvP against because his stats and stuff is too good.
And he's a moron, and I don't feel bad for him. Let him spend his money and be pissed about it.
Yeah, no, like, don't get me wrong. What Blizzard did was predatory. But at the same time, it's like, I have very little sympathy for those people just because it's like,
Ready yet.
well, what the fuck is wrong with you? Why are you giving these people money for this?
Yeah, and that's the problem, is stupid people do
Just to
stupid
fix his
things.
pride, to be honest.
It's kind of like the same thing playing like some like Call of Duty, and you have a mod in there so you have like perfect headshots all the time. What do you get out of that? I don't understand, but apparently they get something out of it that makes them feel good.
Yes.
And so it exists is all I can say, because I don't understand it. I like winning, but you know what?
I
At
don't
least-
like,
Win at all cost. So
yeah,
Not ready yet.
like cheating to win is not one of those things that fucking computes to me. Like, yeah, you win, sure, but
I'm still
you
waiting.
didn't win.
that doesn't matter for them.
Well, and that's where I get confused, where it's like, winning has a certain caliber to it. And yeah, I could sit here and have a perfect character and win, but if I didn't make the perfect character, well, I did make the perfect character, but I didn't earn the perfect character. It's the same thing with what they kind of talk about when it comes to like people respect things that they've earned more than they respect things that they were given.
Yes.
Well, yeah, no.
Yeah, it's a concept that I don't get. I don't understand. The idea that, oh, I spent, you know, X amount of dollars, now I'm a badass. You know, bow before me, you fucking mortals. And it's like, okay, but you didn't earn that. You bought that.
What you want to hear about it? Some people think different.
Yeah, and that's true.
And it's just such a foreign difference is ultimately the big thing where it's like, yeah, no, that's a thing. It's just a weird thing where it's like, why? How? Like, what do you get out of this? But people cheating, like cheating at poker makes sense. You earn more money. Cheating at, you know, stuff like that. But I don't know. There are times where it's like, hey, I'm doing this because A, I enjoy, and B, I want to get good. But once you hit a certain level, it's like, I'm cheating. It's like, and you get something out of this? I mean, I know that they do, but that's the big thing, is I only know that they do, and that's it. I don't understand why.
Because they want to feel the supremacy. They can't reach anywhere close to what they want to be otherwise, and just want to be have the feeling to be better than anybody else, even if it's with cheat engines and whatnot.
I was gonna say unearned, and yeah, no, that's just one of those weird areas where it's like, okay, I know you're doing this, but what are you gaining? I feel good for something, and it's like, really?
That
We
will
cannot
look nice
afford
on
that.
you.
And like, winning through cheating, like, okay, I do it once to feel cheeky, but like I mean, Buddha's told this story multiple times where we were playing XCOM 2, and you know, I said let's play with one unit only just to test it out, and he came in with a fucking grunt, and
Scout
I
or
came in
something.
with a fucking death robot.
Cheating bastard.
Yeah, but it was a one-time like abuse of the rules as they exist. Like I was being cheeky. Like I didn't want to do that constantly. It was a matter of I was having fun and I was, you know, gotcha. I gotta pee. Can you cancel, please?
Okay.
Be right back.
Of course, the great thing that's about that story is me and Psyonix did like 3 or 4 more runs of the game, and I won everyone after that. He was so pissed off. It was amazing. I don't believe in karma, but that was hilarious. Of course, if you don't know XCOM 2, you won't understand anything, so I'm not going to try to explain what happened, but I totally wrecked him. course, random one thing or one MMO I've had actually a slight urge to play was Guild. I think it was Guild Wars 2, and the big reason for that is it like, hey, here's the quest for this area, so you can go in and do quests instead of, okay, I need to go talk to 10 different people. No, just let me do the quest. Oh, you need to kill 20 pig monsters. I've done that already. You need to kill 50 orcs. I've done that already. Just give me the quest.
Alright, I'm back. As a good friend, I'm gonna let you know it is 9.
Yeah.
Brave the
This will be the last run.
will be well rewarded.
Part of the reason for it is because I finally have a Impel equipped. Instead of, yeah.
Not ready yet.
But this will be our last run, and then we're going to be calling it. And they're dead.
Ready yet.
Of course.
Yeah. Voodoo's gonna be calling it. I mean, the stream will probably stop, but I think I'm gonna keep going playing.
And I hear I thought I was going to convince you to watch Bad Guys tonight.
Not ready yet.
Need you, Phil.
God damn it.
You kind of want to watch Bad Guys.
Need more time.
You know,
gotta
for-
get up-
No, and I was calling it, honestly, it's more calling it on the drinking aspect more than I'm going, yeah, it's time to go to bed, because I know I'm not going to bed at 9. I know I'm not going to bed at 10. I just, well, actually, I'm going to be stupid and have one more drink, but, well, 2 more drinks, because I'll probably have a beer, but.
Oh, there's no more liquor left.
Oh, we killed off the tequila?
I'm still waiting.
Yep, tequila's gone. It's just beer.
Do you want more?
Not ready yet.
But yeah, no, I figured, like I said, talk you into watch Bad Guys. That's like an hour and a half, so 10:30. That'll be closer to when I'm actually gonna go to bed.
Feel my wrath.
Need more time.
Of course, as a bunch of alcoholics I've known have told me, slam a lot of water before you drink and after you drink.
Revenge.
Depends on what you eat before / after and how much you can handle, to be honest.
I can handle a lot, but the day after is usually pretty rough.
What did
And
you eat before you start drinking?
What? Yeah, I was
What
gonna
did
say,
you
like,
In
is there
Germany,
time for?
in Germany, we do eat something, then an hour and a half later we drive to the person wherever it is. Then we start drinking there, which is 2 hours after the meal, pretty much.
Yeah,
Normally it's something on the heavy-based oil and whatnot. And then you can
Yeah.
also drink more.
yeah. Me and Alex kind of do empty stomach.
Nah.
So
Need more time.
you're starting to make it sound like Germans are pansies when it comes to this.
No. But if you think about it, the German, even it doesn't matter if countryside or not. If you drink on an empty stomach, you can drink like 1 crate of beer and 2 bottles, and then it's over for you. You're done. If you eat something on the heavy oil and fat side, you can drink the crate of beer, you can drink 4 or 5 bottles of whiskey, and then something else like cocktails or whatnot, and then you're over and done. So you
Yeah.
just increase that amount pretty much, to be honest. And also, if you drink water in between and stay hydrated, at least to some degree, because beverages dehydrate you, you don't have as much as a headache on the next day, because the oil and fat keeps the hydration level a bit better under control, and keep drinking water in between every now and then helps with it as well.
Formidable.
Yeah, no,
Well-
we usually pretty much empty stomach it, so we do that, then we do 6 drinks. 6 drinks is essentially 18 shots, so that's what we do. Can't keep that apparently.
Hey lady, I got some new things. You should take a look.
But yeah, I'm ready to call it.
You look like you could use a new item of, that will look nice
We
on
cannot
you.
afford that.
Especially since I have to be up at like 3 tomorrow.
Yeah, Buddha's gotta get up early tomorrow.
For instance, something we like to eat and before we do something like that, or I do pretty much, is if you grind down potatoes, throw in some small sliced onions, a bit of egg, and make it all to like a pancake, and then just fry it in the oil, which makes it flavored with salt and pepper, and then you eat it with applesauce or whatnot. And if you eat that before you start drinking, like an hour or 2 hours ahead, you can drink at least the half the amount you drink normally, more, without any trouble.
Yeah,
Without even using the water in between.
that sounds like a meal we call garbage.
No, it's quite decent.
No,
no,
it's good. It's delicious. But what it is what we do is you throw in bacon, you throw in potatoes, you throw in onions, you throw in eggs, and you mix it all together.
Yes.
So, but when I was in Boy Scouts, it was called garbage. Xanax has his own little aspect with this, but yeah, no, it was just called garbage. It's not an insult. It's just what it was named.
Yeah, it's because you threw everything in. So yeah.
And it's fucking delicious, though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Then you know what I was telling you, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
So if you eat a bit of that, you can handle more drinking without.
Yeah, we
trouble.
usually do that at the end of the night.
Better would be before you start.
Better in that we can last longer. Better in that it takes more time for us to get drunk. And same with coffee and alcohol. I just want to get drunk first, then I'll eat.
Stand together against the shadow.
That's your choice.
It is my choice, and I applaud my choice.
All right, so we're gonna wrap up this stream. We got enough people. Let's go ahead and do a raid. Moki, just go ahead and stay on the line for a second. We can keep bullshitting after the raid. I just going to end the stream real quick, but we're gonna raid Oats and Goats. He's a Super Metroid streamer. I love Super Metroid. This guy, he makes a lot of good content. Probably won't even notice us. So, but you know what? Whatever. I like Oats and Goats. I want to raid
Yeah,
Oats
he
and Goats.
really likes Metroid.
I do love Metroid.
I think I've beaten it like once. But Xanax, that's like one of his top favorite games of all time, so he might be at like 10.
Super Metroid. Anyways, yeah. Good night to everyone. Any last words, Buddha?
Night night.
Alright. Let's raid us some oats and goats.
I'm watching Mookie stream right now, but he looks kind of frozen, so I don't know if he's still.
Yeah,
Second.
Green Day.
Be right back.
Ah, what the hell? I'm finally watching, man.